In 1986, Ezra Taft Benson, religious leader of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, gave a talk at his church. In this sermon, he said the following: "Consider carefully the words of the prophet Alma to his errant son Corianthan. Forsake your sins, and go no more after the lust of your eyes." The lust of your eyes. In our day, what does that expression mean? Movies, television programs, and video recordings that are both suggestive and lewd, magazines and books that are obscene and pornographic. We counsel you, young men, not to pollute your minds with such degrading matter, for the mind through which this filth passes is never the same afterward. Don't see R-rated movies or vulgar videos, or participate in any entertainment that is immoral, suggestive, or pornographic. So Mormons were essentially encouraged not to see R-rated movies, but that's a rather tall order. A report released from the MPAA in 2018 showed that of the over 29,000 movies that have been rated since 1968, over 17,000 were rated R. That's a whole lot of movies the church doesn't want you to see, but a handful of the religious found an odd means around this stipulation. In the year 2000, a little video rental shop was formed in Utah by the name of CleanFlicks. True to its name, CleanFlicks offered its customers movies that would be suitable enough to watch with the family. Films that were previously rated R were now edited to be free of sexual content, profanity, defamation of God, violence, and gore. Naughty words were muted, and visually offensive scenes were snipped out of the film. Offered on VHS and DVD, families could rent just about any film and not have to worry about any of the major Hollywood movies conflicting with their Christian values. There was just one problem with this business. It wasn't legal. All of the editing for CleanFlicks films was done in-house. Movies were scanned from a retail copy, edited, written back onto video, and placed onto shelves to be rented. Because it was so easy, CleanFlicks also had competitors, including Clean Films. Let's take a moment to first establish the business of renting movies. There are typically two ways to acquire and rent movies. You can either strike up a deal with the studios to receive a certain order of rental videos with royalties to be paid, or you can just buy the videos for the regular retail prices and do what you please with the profits from the videos you decide to either rent and or sell. That doesn't, however, entitle you to edit content off the videos and then redistribute it for profit, which is what CleanFlicks was doing. It didn't take too long for Hollywood to catch on to this act of copyright infringement, as major studios filed lawsuits against CleanFlicks in 2002. This legal battle would go on for years, with the defending directors including Steven Soderbergh, Steven Spielberg, Robert Redford, Sidney Pollack, Robert Altman, John Landis, and Martin Scorsese. During this ongoing battle, CleanFlicks still operated from multiple locations, even paying for television advertisements. It was a long legal battle, and CleanFlicks tried to find loopholes to get around the copyright law, but on July 6, 2006, CleanFlicks was ruled as being guilty for violating US copyright laws with editing films they had no right to edit and distribute. They would try to appeal, but were offered a deal that if CleanFlicks agreed to halt their business and liquidate their inventory of edited movies, the studios would not pursue damage claims. And so CleanFlicks gave the following announcement to their customers on July 28, 2006. It is with great regret that we write to inform you that CleanFlicks is going out of business soon. As you may have heard or read, after 3 long years of legal struggles, a judge in Colorado has ruled that we cannot sell or rent edited DVDs anymore. While we thought very strongly about appealing the decision, the potential costs and risks to the company, its customers, and shareholders was just too great. Accordingly, we have agreed to close our doors after a brief winding up period. We want to offer our sincerest apologies for not being able to provide you with edited DVDs. We appreciate your support of our efforts to provide high-quality, family-friendly movies, and we will try to make this difficult process of closing our operations as painless as we can for all our loyal customers. And on August 31st, 2006, CleanFlicks was no more. But there was another. At the same time that CleanFlicks was editing films, another company was trying to find an easier loophole of doing the same thing. ClearPlay was a service that aimed to edit R-rated movies, but would do so through software in DVD players, rather than editing the DVDs themselves. The software, located on a USB drive that would be inserted into certain DVD players, was designed to detect certain offensive areas in the playback and skip over them, thus removing any offensive content. Since ClearPlay wasn't rewriting and selling videos, they were able to avoid violating copyright law, despite the DGA and MPAA attempting to sue. Avoiding the copyright lawsuit that swallowed up CleanFlicks, ClearPlay was able to continue into the age of streaming, developing an application layered over Amazon videos. The software had also become more intricate, allowing users to choose specific aspects they want censored out of the films they want to watch. It would seem like this would be the only logical and legal means of being able to see cleaned up R-rated movies. But there was yet another company that made the same stupid mistakes as CleanFlicks. Buckle up for this one, because if you thought CleanFlicks was in trouble, Vidangel was heading into a long and draining battle. In 2014, the company Vidangel was launched and sold censored digital movies online, again without any permission from any studio. Here's how it worked. Customers would purchase directly from Vidangel a censored digital copy of a film for $20 that they could watch on their devices. The customers would then sell the film back to Vidangel within 24 hours for an $18 refund, effectively making them pay $2 for renting a digital copy. An additional $2 would be deducted from each additional day the movie was not sold back. This was a convoluted way of renting movies, where the company tried to find ways around being sued. It was structured this way because it is not legal for Vidangel to rent movies to you. And this is not just me saying this. This comes directly from Vidangel's FAQ on their website. One thing I forgot to mention is that the refund is not really a refund, but store credit to be used on other Vidangel edited movies. You could technically refund the movie from these credits, but not automatically. The FAQ also explains the reasoning for this choice. We have worked hard to find the best and most cost-effective option for our customers to follow the legal law of owning their movies while filtering it. Most of our customers watch a new movie every weekend. The refund process from our credit card company takes 7 to 10 days, meaning you could be spending even more than ever because you would have your original purchase pending a refund, and then a new charge for the next movie. We don't want you double charged and waiting for refunds. The refund method was simply not a practical option for 99% of our customers. Not to mention, if we refunded every single transaction we ever received, our credit card company would eventually drop our account, and if that happened, you couldn't enjoy your fantastic filtered movies. Vidangel started gaining popularity among its Christian crowd, but was also questioned by the customers. They started asking logical questions like why Vidangel, committed to editing films compliant with certain religious morals, included such titles as Game of Thrones, The Wolf of Wall Street, and 50 Shades of Grey. The CEO, Neil Harmon, responded to these concerns with a lengthy blog post. This is a question we're commonly asked, and that we were forced to ask ourselves before we decided to build Vidangel. In the beginning, as we grappled with this issue, we decided not to make Vidangel a moral authority for other people, but to create a community that empowers a broad range of people, cultures, moralities to be able to make better media decisions. Personally, based on what I've heard, these movies seem like pornography with the storyline. And the research about pornography and its impact on society is very well documented at Fight the New Drug. I don't know if these have any storyline after being filtered, but the community seems to think so. Even though Vidangel can cut out graphic sex, violence, and profanity, that does not make a movie worth watching. Check the tags of these movies and you'll be able to quickly see if it matches your own personal standards. They absolutely don't match mine. As a founder of Vidangel, I do not recommend these movies to families, even with a filter. In fact, personally, I choose not to watch much of the content on Vidangel due to the nature of the movies. I'm kind of simple, but I really like movies that uplift me. So yeah, they offered an edited 50 Shades of Grey, but hey, the CEO won't watch it. By the end of 2015, Vidangel decided to go even cheaper by renting standard definition movies for only $1. They had an iOS app on the Apple Store and were also in talks with Roku, Google Play, and Amazon to be featured on other streaming devices. But by 2016, the jig was up. Disney, Warner Brothers, 20th Century Fox, and Lucasfilm all came together to sue Vidangel, claiming that the service was breaking copyright law. Harmon tried to calm his customers down by ensuring he had hired powerful lawyers, and assuring this was a fight that he could win. They even featured a cartoon for this battle referencing David versus Goliath, or as the cartoon calls it, Vid David versus Gollywood? So confident was Vidangel in winning against the big studios that they countersued on the basis that studios had interfered with Vidangel's attempts to partner with streaming content providers to filter movies, and sought to improperly expand their copyright monopoly. Vidangel continued to fight, and enlisted famed attorney David W. Quinto to provide legal support, and actor Matt Meese to work on their advertising. Nonprofit organizations offered support, and 30,000 people donated for the Legal Defense Fund. But by the end of 2016, a preliminary injunction was charged against Vidangel, meaning they had to take down their movies. During this time, however, Vidangel announced that they would begin expanding into creating original content through Vidangel Studios. In 2017, Vidangel's vigilance was still costing them. For not adhering to the preliminary injunction, Vidangel was fined over $10,000. But it didn't bother them as they kept expanding this year into less illegal offerings of entertainment. By March 2017, Vidangel made good on its commitment to original content and released theatrically the comedy Tim Timmerman Hope of America, a fairly forgettable high school romance picture set in the 1990s. Interestingly enough, however, the film was rated PG-13, though Vidangel assured audiences it was the cleanest PG-13. It should also be noted that Vidangel Studios only backed the film and didn't produce it. In May 2017, Vidangel announced Dry Bar Comedy, a series of inoffensive stand-up comedy specials that would actually take off as their strongest original content. In June 2017, Vidangel announced that they were up and running as a filtering application that would edit content on the likes of Netflix, Amazon, and HBO. One catch was that this service would not be provided on films from the studios that were currently suing Vidangel. It's just too bad that at the same time, ClearPlay was also developing their own streaming filtering service, and since they weren't being sued for illegally editing movies, they seemed like the safer option. During the summer of 2017, Vidangel wanted to try to appeal the injunction but was denied by a US district court. Harmon told his customers once more that everything was fine with Vidangel's current services. Except they weren't. By October 2017, Vidangel filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy. Like clockwork, Vidangel once again assured its customers that everything would be okay, stating that they still had millions of dollars to keep this fight going. And the fight did keep going, but not in Vidangel's favor. 2018 found Vidangel being legally pummeled. Lawsuits launched by Vidangel were dismissed and appeals were lost. A legal bill was proposed to update the Family Movie Act in an effort to save Vidangel, but the bill died in committee. Finally, on June 17, 2019, Disney had won the legal battle, and Vidangel was ordered to pay $62.4 million in damages. Another blog post was made by Harmon. We find today's ruling unfortunate, but it has not lessened our resolve to save filtering for families. Vidangel plans to appeal the district court ruling and explore options in the bankruptcy court. Our court system has checks and balances, and we are pursuing options on that front as well. Later, on June 21st, Harmon would post an open letter to Disney CEO Robert Iger. In this lengthy post, Harmon outlines how his company lost money selling Disney content, and that if Vidangel didn't offer the Disney content that they purchased to edit, Disney would have lost over $200,000 in business. The post ends with Harmon making a peace offering to hand over the Dry Comedy Bar stand-up content. hoping it'll become a part of Disney Plus and be enough to be considered an alternative to the millions in damages they'll have to pay. Somehow, I doubt Disney is going to take that offer of deciding to sit down and strike a deal after someone has already stole their content without consent. I don't know, maybe the religious and family customers were just never meant to see a cleaned up version of 50 Shades of Grey. Maybe those offering a censored version of R-rated films shouldn't have tried to profit from assembling fan edits. Or maybe, just maybe, both of them should stop trying to find loopholes and just heed the advice of Mr. Benson to not see R-rated movies, or vulgar videos, or participate in any entertainment that is immoral, suggestive, or pornographic. Thanks for watching this video. If you'd like to see a particular video essay in the future, consider donating to my Patreon, where I will be taking requests through there. Again, thank you for watching.